Okay, we are back. Can you guys see anything? Or does this... I don't know what happened. I had to switch apps, and this is an app I don't like. But, we are back. Take 3. Dee and Derm, Saturday night. Meh. Alright. Can you guys see everything? Now we're going to be getting these stupid notifications at the top of the screen. I don't even know if there's a way to turn that off. Third time's a charm, says Shy. Michael Marlowe says yes. Kool-Aid says it's back. We're back. Alright, now I have to repost. Oh, yay. And of course, these silly notifications. How do I... God, Derm is just standing here not helping me at all.
I'm sitting.
Alright, copy link. Let's take 3. Line. Band. Alright, I'm sorry guys. We're having tough... I'm retarded. You're not even laughing.
What?
I was saying I'm having technical difficulties, and then I just said I'm retarded.
No. These things are complicated. I can't do them.
Okay, so let's turn Discord back on. Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, am I
on the stream or in Discord?
on the stream?
Hold on.
Are we live? Are we live, guys?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. Until we're not. So what are you guys doing? We've got Doom and Jim and Drum. Are you guys doing the event? Are you participating? I mean, there's a boycott that's going on, which to me just seems like people are not spending, because that's kind of what we're doing. We're not promoting spending at all. But people are still doing, they're still doing what they want to do with the event. They're just not, we're just not spending money.
Well, I think people are still spending money. I don't think, they might not be pulling relics, but they're buying gems and stuff.
You think?
They're buying the gem deals and everything.
I didn't. Yeah. But why, you think people are still doing it?
Yeah, they're not going to not do it. They might not be pulling relics. They might be grinding the event.
The whole thing is bogus anyway, man. If this was like a Minotaur event, like there'd be, retarded amounts of souls out there and the same teams fighting, throwing money at the screen like crazy, complaining there's hackers, like, please. Whatever.
I agree with them. They're still spending, just like I said. They're still buying the gem deals.
Yeah, Beta Souls, Events on Rust, they're still in the top 5, man. Nothing's changed.
Yeah. I just didn't want to do the event because it's a garbage event. I don't want to fire Guardian.
Tell us how you really feel.
You sound like Drum, Mr. Negativity.
It's not negative. I'm trying to be nice here because this isn't my stream, but it's a not very good. It's a not very good event. How's that?
Do you agree that it's a not very good event, or do you think it's too early to tell?
Oh, I don't know. I was excited about it just because it's got X skills for the Horde. So I did the event, man. I finished it, no problem.
I feel like it's really hard to say sometimes, because you thought that the Dionysus event was going to suck, and you ended up loving Dion.
Yeah, but Dion summons troops. This is something that doesn't summon troops, so it automatically is like meh. It's not. There's not much going on there, and like you have the X skills for the Horde, but they're defensive, and you can't equip all the horde relics that you'd like to put on this Titan because it's a fire Titan, which means its main focus is really, grenadiers and fire spells, but grenadiers are just the worst troop in the game. And, Meteor Strike, I don't care. I don't really care about that spell, even if they've changed it and made it smaller. It just doesn't seem very good.
Well, the spell buffing thing is a little silly.
But I did the event. I completed the event. I got all the junk, so I'll level it up and
now you have room for all the junk.
What's what?
Right, with all the new relic inventory slots.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Did you guys max out your relic inventory?
No.
No?
I haven't yet. I mean, I will. I haven't yet. I'm still a little pissed that they just didn't give us 100 spots instead of making us pay for the damn things.
Well, are you surprised?
I didn't expect anything else.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Sorry for my mouth. I apologize.
Kool-Aid. Oh no, Shai says I need that orb and the void ring.
Yeah, the Void Ring is good, man. I feel like that'll be important eventually, so that's a thing.
Faranic says hi. Hey, Faranic, we're on Discord in NTG if you want to join us. He is asking, did Jim stream before? And I don't believe he did. Jim is not feeling well.
No.
But he's here with us, so we thank him for that. Shai says, is it RA or Ra? Is it Ra?
Raw.
Ra will be a fun Titan, but not a must-have Titan. Bo says, are we back? We are back. Technical difficulties. Faranic says, maybe an instant green fire or 5 times damage against single units or something. What is he saying?
What? I wasn't listening.
Maybe an instant green fire or 5 times damage against single units or something.
I don't know what he's saying.
Positive on what you're trying to ask there.
Must be some Kiwi talk.
Did you guys know that New Zealand's are called Kiwis?
Yes.
Oh, you knew that?
They're,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Well, apparently Jim knows all.
Well, I mean, he is that other trucker, so, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different.
Right?
BMT certified badass.
So what do you guys think of the other changes? I think it's cool to be able to see what star value is in your treasury before you select it.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know, like, what changes have gone on. I really haven't paid close attention aside from the extra 100 relic slot that they gave us. That's pretty much the only thing I've paid attention to.
Do you know what all the changes were?
or no, I don't know what the changes are either. But I tell you, I did some forging the other day after the update, and it was wonderful to have so many spots. And then like I just filled up my inventory, and I got to do like 20 fuses or whatever. It was like it's unheard of. Before having to go back into the treasure and grab a new round. I mean, it was amazing. I was like, this is how it's supposed to be. So that was nice.
And then having to go and claim more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I've been rolling with at times just 4 spaces, 8 spaces, 12 spaces, and then 16. When I had 16 spaces, that felt like I was making some progress. So this new extra 100, I was really like, woof, this is crazy.
Oh, Veronica said he meant Gren. Maybe an instant Gren fire or a 5 times damage against single units.
Hey, Brain, they said that they can add more relic slots if we feel that we need more, and they'll add more based on our feedback. So this is just a start to get everybody with some more spaces. But there is a catch. Your treasury can only hold 500 things
but now you could see how many are in there versus it saying 99 plus, and you can see the star value.
Nobody is checking their treasury to see how many items they have.
I am, and you can see the star value of them so that you can accept all the high stuff, and if you want, you don't have to accept a 1 star. You can just let it go.
You can't let it go that long because when you max out your treasury, which is 500 relics, plus the 600 that you can hold, then you have to fuse, otherwise you can't attack.
Veronica said Drum must be swimming in space now.
I don't know about swimming, but it's nice.
It's going to be pretty. And if you're trying to do like a big VP push and you're just, you're going, you're not paying attention, and then you're like, oh crap, I got to dump, all these relics, and let's have this team, raid my garrison and shave all my lands while I'm having to force these relics so I can do more battles, right?
Yeah.
You don't even have to be doing a big VP push. If you're just normal grinding, who checks their treasury?
I check my treasury.
Well, DEE checks your treasury, obviously.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, I'm in it right now. And I have 1 out of 500, but I collected all my stuff before. But it was saying, there was a thing where it said 1 star, 2 star. You could see what star they are.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to require just a little bit different tactic on the game. Like, maybe before you're about to do a VP push, you need to do your fusing. Spend 20. The fusing time is significantly reduced with the ability to do like 25 fuses before you even have to collect out of your treasury. So that's sweet, man. And if your limit's 500 and you got 100 free spaces, you're really going to only have to collect 5 times. You're going to do 5 big fuses on whatever relic. It's gonna significantly reduce the amount of time that we've been wasting fusing because of the available spots. Unless you're a person that has 300 relics and you didn't have the issue that I had or other people have been having.
Hello, Tox, Heidi, and Mr. Drum. Shai says the relic storage changes are great. I was really worried about it after seeing Vintage's video. Just glad they got it right. Kool-Aid says, does anyone else think they nerfed 500 DG pulls? Yes, they totally did.
No, I don't think they did.
I think they
no,
did.
I don't think they
because
did.
the Lawn did 10 500 DG pulls, and he didn't get a single 5-star.
Okay, it's chance. You know what? And then there were people like Vintage that did like 7 pulls.
Tox
and
said
he
yes.
got 2 of the new 5-star Guardian relics and another 5-star.
Vintage did what?
He did like 7 pulls. And he got 3 5-stars. There's people that are on both sides of the spectrums where they're just getting like stupid luck, and you're like, man, I need to do those pulls. And then other people that are getting squat.
So
okay, let's talk about Tox. So apparently I don't have anything to say.
Go ahead.
No, you
I was just saying, Tox said he got 7 3-stars. Shai said he got 1 5-star, 4 4-stars, 15 3-stars. Now you may speak.
I did 2 pulls the other day and got a 5-star.
500?
I did 3 and got a 5-star.
It's random. It's chance-based. See, some people are going to win big.
All
some
right.
people are going to lose big.
Well, D has 8,700 divine gems, so
let's do a few pulls right now.
why don't we get some likes first?
Oh.
I think we need.
I really want to have that new Guardian relic, though.
Yeah, that thing is amazing, man. It really that's a game changer. That's a relic that I think brings older Guardians up to the level of the new summoning troops. I mean, like a Valoran doesn't summon, but you slap that on there with some other stuff, man. You got a serious defense right there. It's no joke. Whereas Valoran is kind of like pushed right now to land defender, I think, with that relic and the proper relics that you equip on her, she'll be a beast of a castle defense.
So Kool-Aid says 500 DG pulls are a rip. I have to save for 5K now to max DGs.
Yeah, I mean, some people feel that way and some people don't. Now, let's say you save this has happened, let's say you save 5,000 divine gems and you go and you pull and you get the old school Guardian 5-star relic. You're going to be like, Jesus Christ, what did I just do?
I think you should be able to pick which one you want.
Or the Berserker one. I mean, in my opinion, the Berserker one is another complete trash relic. and my account is geared for that relic. I've had 7 of them. I fused 3 of them away already because I always get them in there.
So I would pay 5,000
trash relic.
divine gems if they let me pick which 5-star I want, and I would do it for every single 5-star.
Yeah, well, that's not ever going to happen.
I think everybody else would do it
because
too.
Because everybody would take the same friggin' relics. You take the Ranger one, you take the Paladin one if you haven't got it for Chronos yet, and you take the new Guardian one. It doesn't matter though. I would get what I wanted, and they would have my divine gems. Yeah, the new champ one, in my opinion, is trash. But I'm gonna go ahead and blame the brain for that because he wanted, and he was very vocal about having relics to bring older Titans up to date. And I think that this was their attempt at bringing older champions up to the newer champion level.
Veronic said the stars are very useful in the treasury. The brain says cutting the cheese on a hot summer day is like driving through a swarm of gnats with your mouth wide open. They both leave a bad taste. Runingster 8. How do you say that?
What?
Running straight. Got it.
Wow.
I got
Okay.
I got a 5-star Storebringer on a 500 DG gem pull. Ferranic says it's the lack of 4 stars in the shower pull rotation that seems to be the problem.
You're correct on that. It does seem like an abusively high chance for a 3-star. It doesn't seem like you're getting a 5-star, you're getting a 4-star. It seems like you're either getting something good or you're getting a 3-star. 4 stars seem just as rare as the 5 stars.
Ilu, she got 2 5-stars. How many did you pull, Ilu? J-Dub, what's up? Extinction says he got 8 3-stars. Fronic says 6 pulls.
Yeah, see, you got burned, didn't you, Extinction? I think I saw you post that you got like nothing good. You got totally rolled on that.
Extinction got 8 3-stars. Fronic 6 pulls, 5 3-stars, 1 4-star.
Oh, God. That hurts.
Crazy Talk says pull 10 times on DG, please.
We only got 20 watching here.
And 9 likes.
I don't know if we're
That's
pulling anything.
Just pathetic.
We're going to be pulling an early bedtime. That's what we're pulling.
Yep. The brain says perhaps Alon's pulls had to do with him using using that test account. Perhaps it affected his altar. I don't know, but that was after I watched Alon's video, I told you, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do the 500s. I was all about the 500s.
Okay, she's got 8,000 or something like that.
I actually have 8,000 on both accounts, so I have 16.
So I said, this is what you do.
I'm a saver, not a spender.
You pull 500s until you hit the 5,000. And at that point in time, if you've gotten complete crap on your first 6 pulls, then if you really want a 5-star, pull the 5,000, guaranteed. For me, I'm a gambler, man. I mean, I don't actually gamble in real life, but I gamble in this game. And I'm just gonna roll 500s to the end. Forget it. Go big and go big or go home, in my opinion.
All right, so Chronic said autocorrect.
I want to be bitching.
I said the stream. JC Jim, you all right? Are you all right, Jim? Jim's good. Jim is with us.
Jimothy?
Jimothy. So Running Straight said I had 595 divine gems. I did 1 pull and I got the Stormbringer.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that's a killer relic too. Exactly. So some people say it's terrible odds, and then you have a player like yourself that does 1 pull and gets a killer 5 stars. So it's like, are the odds that bad? No, it's just random. It's completely random.
So I said the new 500 divine gem altar ratio is terrible. I have not seen anyone pull a 5-star.
What?
Well,
Jesus
we just
Christ.
heard a bunch of people got.
Are you even in the chats?
Yeah. Kool-Aid says only 5-star I got with 13 pulls was the new Guardian relic, so I'm not totally
that's all you need, man. Really,
upset.
I'd be fine if I pulled 15.
I'm sorry.
No, man, go for it.
Go ahead. You had 13 pulls?
No, if I had 13 pulls and the only one I got was that 5-star, I'd be okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going with it too, man. That thing is that good.
Yeah, I'd sacrifice 13 pulls for that
Totally.
one. Easy.
I'd be fine sacrificing 20 pulls if I got that, because the only thing I'm pulling for is that,
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
It's the only reason I'm pulling right now is to score that friggin' thing. I wish you could buy divine gems, because I can't wait to get more.
Well, you can't, but now with the better rewards in Legend League, it's easier to get them.
Yeah, but no, the rewards aren't good enough. I need more.
They're not good enough, I
need
agree.
more divine
I
gems.
agree. But it used to be that you could only get divine gems in special events and in Throne Wars. Now they're at least readily available to earn.
Well, Throne Wars was nice because everybody could get a substantial amount of divine gems from that, but that thing is no longer happening apparently.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I mean, honestly, Throne Wars was a completely broken event, but at least like the rewards were really nice, despite the fact that the event just ran like crap every time they did it.
Yeah, you just gotta get it right.
And God, I don't even know if I'd want to do a Throne Wars right now with all the Valorns and the Chronos and the Minotaurs, and that's what every time you hit a friggin' event
every land would be Minotaur.
It
would suck.
It's gonna be terrible.
It would totally suck.
It's gonna be a very disgusting event.
Yeah. I don't see myself doing the next Throne Wars because of how miserable it was last time.
Dude, you're in League of Gods, you're a leader, and there'd be 10,000 divine gems up for grabs. So you're not doing that, please. You're gonna be throwing money at the screen like when you earn it.
I was in game for 14 hours the last time, and I was like, I don't ever want to do Throne Wars again.
Hey man, I've been in League of Gods for Throne Wars where we took first, and believe me, you will be doing it, and you will be doing it non-stop the entire time that it is on.
So Ilu said he did 14 500 DG pulls, and he got the rabbit heirloom.
Whoa, that is a killer
That's a
relic,
good
man.
relic, too.
I would be happy with that too. Damn.
I would throw down 13, 15 pulls for that relic, too.
Yeah, I didn't even know
I
that
didn't
was
even realize
a
it was in
possibility.
the
I thought that was
DG
just a
gem
because
altar.
they don't really update these altars. Like, I mean, guess maybe they updated it
Does
with
that
this
mean
new.
Wild Arrows is in there too?
Yeah, probably. But
And that red hair one?
red hair.
Yeah, do you remember that red hair one?
I got it, but what is it? It doesn't,
I don't remember. It was
being
like,
anything
wasn't it
fantastic.
like it was either a crit or like a melee resist?
Yeah,
relic
I
or
think
something?
no, it's definitely not a melee resist.
Then it was a crit. It was a crit relic?
Yeah, I think it has Storm and crit. Maybe I don't know. It's still level 1. I didn't need it, so it's just sitting in my inventory. Maybe one day it'll get leveled.
I know it's like Element Resist and Storm Maiden.
Oh, so
armor.
then it's elemental resist. That's what
maybe
it is.
was that the one that
It's
was like
all
Titan
element.
16% resist? Man, let me tell you, it really bothers me the 16% resist relics. It's like with the Spearmen, they've allowed you to have 20% resist, but every other troop, despite the fact there only be one resist all relic for them, it's 16%. I don't understand why the Spearmen got numerous ones, and also they have the 20% resist. Just
So, Extinction said 3-star Elemental Grass was the best I got.
yeah, man, that's a sweet relic. That's a usable relic for sure, man. That's a 3-star.
But we already got it for free.
Okay,
right?
but having more than one is great.
Yes.
It's still a good relic.
I would love to have like 6 of those, to be
Yeah.
honest, in the 3-star version.
Running Straight says the second time I attempted it, I had 1,700 DGs. I did 3 pulls, and I got 2 4-star XP boosts and a 3-star.
Yeah.
The 4-star Titan Juice is good.
Nah, it's not good, man,
No,
because
it's
it's
not
Titan
good.
XP, and you can get Titan XP.
Did you say Titan juice?
Titan Juice.
Titan juice, man.
Yeah.
Sounds
You've been
like you
listening to
got valve.
Val. Yeah. She got valued.
Yeah, man, XP is like, Jesus Christ, man. I got so many Titans that are maxed. I don't have relics for all of them. Like, XP is not exciting to me.
Vintage said he will send us some mojo.
No, yeah, we're gonna need it.
Well, we only have 10 likes, so we're not doing any polls right now. How many likes do you think we should request?
I don't know. We'll know when we get there.
We'll know when we get there. So, Running Straight said, yes, please do. Vintage Kool-Aid says, so Drum, if you got the new 5-star Guardian Relic, what would you use it on? With Yuki out, I'm struggling to model builds with it.
Oh man, it would either be a Skolnar or it would be a what the hell's his name, man? It's not Minotaur. He does what the Panthers. What the hell is it? Tano. There you go. Jesus.
Lord.
He's fell so Valoran. Yeah, I know that's the obvious choice, but I'd rather do something a little bit weird where I don't need this.
Okay.
I'd rather do something a little bit weird where people would not expect it.
What about an Avalos?
Well, my Avaloses are non-existent. I don't have any Avalos, actually. I had a beautiful one that I fused away. So let's not bring that up again. And the new one is
No, please, let's hear about that. I forgot it.
Oh, no.
So it was Christmas.
No. And the new one is trash, so this, like, it doesn't make a difference what you put on it. That 5-star relic is not going to make that thing good.
That is actually... That's...
And the only thing it had going for it was, like, it buffed Grenadiers and it buffed Imperials, and at that point in time, summoning troops weren't so awesome where the Grenadiers could have actually done something, but nowadays, forget about it.
So that was one of my requests when we were talking to Bo and Zalan the other day about all the improvements that we wanted to see in the game. And one of my requests was that when you're forging, fusing Titans, every time, like you could, let's say you're only fusing Guardians or only fusing Paladins and you're pressing the down button and you're starting with the 1-stars, every time you're done with a fuse, it brings you all the way back to the all Titans and the 4-stars.
Yeah.
And then you have to redo your whole freaking, what is it called?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You have to redo your search.
You gotta scroll down.
So let's say you forget to redo it.
Well, let's say you're just trying to go fast.
Yeah, you're just going to start fusing your Avalos and your Artemis and all your A-Titans.
You already got to watch that dumb fusing screen that's just wasting seconds of your life.
I just about, probably quit the game because I was, half asleep and I was doing what you guys were describing, fusing 1-stars into 2-stars and all that jazz. Just about fused away one of my max Artemises into a 2-star.
You did, or you almost did?
Almost, he said.
Almost did.
Wow.
That's scary stuff.
Yeah. You just shut the game off at that moment.
Don't fuse when you're tired and don't fuse when you're drinking. Gambit says he just pulled a new 5-star Guardian relic yesterday.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Running Straight said I would be happy to have either one of the 5-star Guardian relics.
No,
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't be happy with the old one because it's a garbage relic.
That one buffs the Titan. It has nothing to do with the Guardian.
There's only 2 Titans in the game that it even will be applicable on. That's Urkon and what's her name, Valkyrie, and both of those aren't going to do squat for you. So it's a waste.
Running Lou says I will hoard some divine gems before pulling now. I mean, unless you want to.
I think there's a little bit better odds when you do 2, 3, 4 pulls too. I think one pull is just.
It's a one and done. You hit it or you don't.
Crazy Talk said, "What did Drum pull in divine gems?"
I pulled a 3-star.
How many pulls did you do?
I in the past since the update I had 3 pulls. I had 2 that I could do once the update happened, which I did do. I got a 4-star XP relic and a 3-star just something trash, and then I pulled when I got the gems from this event, and then I got a 4-star XP relic. It's like total junk, man.
So you didn't get anything?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing at all. And with the XP, man, Titan XP is so easy to get now. Like a 4-star XP relic is just quick VP, but I don't need quick VP. I don't have no problem grinding out something or fusing 1-stars or 2-stars into a Titan. So it's worse than a 4-star relic because a 4-star relic, if it's decent, that has longevity, man. You level it up and you can use it for the duration of the game. Whereas a 4-star XP relic, it's 2 battles, it's done, it's gone.
Are you in the game right now?
Yeah.
Oh, Zalan is not here, but he was telling me earlier, when are you streaming? Because we could, he was saying that we could duel souls, like to see who wins. But I'm not really pushing souls. I'm not even using Anubis anymore. I'm using Artemis. But anyway, I wanted you to check and see how many souls he had, because I threatened him that he had to do what he promised, or I was going to kick him out.
Salon has 2,579.
Salon, bud, you better get a move on it. I'm going to get my boots on.
That's weak sauce right there, man.
Yep.
You are the guy sitting at the edge of the minimum.
Well, so here's the thing. Salon didn't hit. He wasn't here from Monday. So he was just interested in doing the event, and he wanted to come in and do the event. So everyone that does that, for my team at least, I make them do a higher soulman, and I say, don't worry about VP. You'll get a free VP reward for all the people. I can't talk.
You'll get a free VP reward
for all the people that were, that we've worked on. And
now we're working on people.
I can't talk about what? The VP reward that we've all worked on since Monday. You get that for free, but you do a higher amount of souls than our soulmate, like maybe double or something. I don't know. Although, like I said, we're not pushing this event. I didn't even recruit. The team's not full. We're just kind of chilling.
Chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Events R Us decided to pass us again because they're not spending.
But we both have the same name, so nobody knows who's who.
Yeah. Those guys are spending.
They must be spending.
Oh, look, we got a Bogan Nor in the live stream.
Oh, he's still...
Yeah, but he's on mute.
Hey, Jim, Drum, D, Cup.
The one and only.
The man, the myth, the legend.
What's going on?
Well, I just finished grocery shopping, or as Ether would say, I just finished making grocery, and had to. Now I'm in the drive-thru getting a salad for dinner.
A salad at the drive-thru? That sounds a little unhealthy, right?
Well, it's a Zaxby's, so it's a grilled chicken salad.
Well, better than McDonald's, I guess.
Now, the only thing worth getting at McDonald's is coffee.
I don't know, man. I get Big Mac attacks.
They're
sometimes.
really good at McMuffins.
I just gotta have a Big Mac, man. It happens about once a week.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Those McFlurries are pretty bomb too.
You eat McDonald's once a week?
Yeah, well, I teach drum lessons, right? And when I go into this certain area to teach these students, I just go a little bit earlier and I hit McDonald's on the way. And I usually grab a Big Mac.
I never knew that.
I don't get the meal. I just get the sandwich. I don't need that.
And you get two, though, right?
Drinks.
You
No,
get one
no,
or two?
no, that's not that
Don't
one.
you have that?
No, the card's expired.
The card's expired. Alright, so cool. Nope, I read that already. Oh no. Kool-Aid says at drum. So what about
At drum.
a double D roll Athena, Spearman defense build with a new 5-star Guardian relic, nice meat shields, and Omega Maidens?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe. You'd have to build it, and we'd have to look at it together.
Josh just said drum for real Mac attack.
Yeah. I'm terrible, man. I'm
I
terrible.
can't believe you eat that much fast food. That's so unhealthy.
Yeah, maybe. Athena, there's potential there, but here's the problem. Like summoning troops, man. That's the problem. And if you're talking about a land defense with Valkyrie or Athena or something, that's fine. But her dropping those little Omegas, they're not going to be buffed at all because you're going to spend your relics on Spearmen and stuff. So I don't know, man. Ever since summoning troops came in, that's why Valorn is pushed to land defender now, because you got Minotaur, and the big difference is Minotaur takes out the ranged troops, whereas if you got a Valorn, if you can crush a Valorn that has lightning resist with Zeus, because you just bring a few Imperials. The Imperials just stop all the Spearmen, and then you just blast away from a distance with your Storm Maidens, and that can work for any combination of meat shield range damage dealer. So that's why Valorn is kind of on the wayside, but you can't get away with those same shenanigans if you got a Minotaur where those Omegas are just dropping right on top of you. So anything that doesn't really summon something like that is a B class Titan in my book.
I mean, yeah, you got the summoning factor on top of the ranged troops. That's one. I mean, it's not like Valorn is bad, but when you have her against a Minotaur, I mean, you're talking 5 extra spearmen, right? That are going to be max resistant all elements. Like, that's a huge difference maker.
Yeah. Yeah, and those spearmen are dropping on top of, your range stuff, and because of the relics that have been available to everybody in the game, like, that they have an incredibly high, or at least, 62% melee resist build out there, so it's like, oh my god, so you think, like, maybe I want to go ranged, but you can't go ranged, because if you take, something ranged, they're just going to dump right on top of you, and then it's like, oh, it's game over.
So, Pharaonic says he prefers 3-star XP rather than 3-star relics.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay. I get that. Totally.
Vincent says, we know where you live and we are coming.
What?
I don't know.
All right, Vincent, just make sure you knock on the door. The doorbell is currently not working, so...
It's funny you mentioned that. I just ordered a new mat for the front door, and it says, "Did you call first?"
Yeah,
oh
right.
My God.
Yeah, man, times have changed so much. When I was younger, like, I just used to show up at my friends' houses, knock on the door, and be like, "Oh, is Adam home?" And it was like no big deal. Like nowadays, if somebody showed up at my house and knocked on the door, it would just freak me out.
Like, what do you want? Yeah, anyone that approaches your door, it's instantly they're trying to sell something or they're trying to issue a warrant,
Remember
something like that.
time?
It's like offensive.
Remember that time you were at work and the power went out and somebody rang the doorbell and it was like 4 in the morning and I was so scared I grabbed a baseball bat to go answer the door. And I called the police.
You called the police because someone rang your doorbell.
Well, the power went out.
And it was 4 in the morning.
And it was 4 in the morning, and there was a guy with a hood sitting on our front porch. And I'm by myself, and I was nervous. There was no power. The house phone didn't work. I just had my cell phone, and
I had left
he was gone. So yeah,
Okay.
I went to the door. I saw it was a man. I didn't open it, and I called the police.
And she's tiny.
I'm a peanut.
Well, okay, I mean, that perspective completely changes things then.
What would you have done? Bite his kneecaps or what?
You back me up on that.
What?
What would I have done? Hit him? What?
Yeah, she would
Would
take
you
out
have
his
bite his
kneecaps.
kneecaps?
I don't know what I
She
was
was
going to do. I probably would have, I don't know what I would have done with the bat.
Dee wants to get a shotgun, and we
totally-
haven't because I'm pretty sure I'm the one that's going to get shot by this
I need
thing.
a gun. I need multiple shotguns.
I'm just going to get blown away one day. By accident, of course, but
No.
same result.
Make sure that insurance is paid up first.
Yeah, right.
Accidental is double indemnity.
It would just make me feel safer.
That's like my mom because she lives by herself. This small little thing, 5'4", sweet little lady. She has a 6-gauge shotgun used by her bed.
There you go. I used to, when I used to live out here in this town, it's pretty, it's not rural, it's, what would you call it?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
The houses are far away,
The
and
house isn't that far away.
they're decent size. There's no sidewalks.
You go out
I
to the
used to have
Midwest, people got like miles between their
I
houses.
used to have a shotgun with a pistol grip loaded next to the bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a legit defense weapon right there.
All right, so I'm a little bit behind, but Ice says only 200 soul difference between NTG Hammer and rank 5. Drum.
What?
Only 200 souls between 4
Oh, yeah,
and
that
5.
doesn't make it. Man, 4, 5. It
4 and
doesn't
5
make
get the
a
same reward. It's 1, 2, and 3 that get better
difference.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
we're out of the game now. we were crushing first for a while, and that's just because your finishers usually finish quick.
Well, we also weren't spending or trying very hard.
People were spending. What are you talking
about? Well, if they were, I wasn't pushing them to spend. Right. But we set our min low just in honor of the boycott.
Yeah, whatever, man. I feel differently about the boycott than maybe the popular opinion in the game. I don't give two craps about it, man, because the teams that decided to spend stupid amounts of money, they knew Friday morning that there was hacking in the leaderboard, and they decided they were going to outspend it. Whatever, man. I have absolutely no sympathy for you.
If we were going to boycott an event, it should have been the Kronos event, because Kronos was not a top 15
Hacking
reward.
has happened all the time, man. It happens in every single event, and rank 11 got compensated. I watched Vintage video. I watched the entire thing without a doubt, and he's saying maybe we should have gotten a higher level Titan, that we didn't. We're not fairly compensated and whatever. Okay, I agree with that as well. But listen, the problem is these hyper event teams, they jack up the prices of events. They get involved in stupid competitions of wallet wars, trying to outspend each other for their 5th or 6th Chronos. The whole premise of everything is retarded. And now all of a sudden it's boycott. And man, please, if this was a Minotaur event, those same exact alliances would be throwing dollars at the stream as faster than they can make it. So it's I'm not into the whole boycott thing. I thought it was a stupid idea. And for me personally, I just said NTG is going to boycott the boycott. We're just going to do what we do, Well, it didn't affect us because we played smart. We weren't trying to be the top alliance.
But we're also not advocating. Our soul min is 2,500. We're not advocating.
It's just an average event, man.
Right.
And it's a top 50 team. It just so happens that a lot of people have drank the Kool-Aid and decided they don't want to do this event, and so a top 50 team can easily be in the top 5 of the event.
Right.
Yeah, for every
what they normally do. And it's an interesting premise, man, because we're not doing anything extraordinary.
We're not doing anything different.
And we're top 5. So when you take out these hyper event alliances that are just spending out the wazoo, the price and the cost to be competitive in the event goes way down. And it's what's really the problem with the game?
They are.
I feel like they drive the cost of the events, man. The developers see what these alliances are willing to pay, and they create events based on that. They change their business model based on that. So it's man, I'm just totally not into the whole boycott issue, and I'm glad it's going on, because a normal team can actually get a decent reward.
Yeah, for every team that boycotts is another team that's going to take their spot.
Yeah, exactly. And this is my opinion. The same teams that are all about the boycott because they spend whatever $30,000-$40,000 on an event for their Titan reward, I guarantee you that they're the same exact people that are buying the 71K gem deals and just saving it for the next event. So Natural Motion isn't losing money. I'm sure that they're just buying the gems and just saving it for what they consider a good event. So
Ice wants to know, and I just lost my spot. Drum, with the new Anubis giving Horde 144% damage, is he a viable attacker?
No. My Anubis is level 60, and somebody mentioned that things change, so I checked mine. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, things have changed. But guess what? They haven't changed enough. It's just not. You're not going to be able to really do. A viable attacker for a land, yeah.
And your hordes are 25, right?
Yeah, viable attacker for a land, yeah, totally. He's an awesome land attacker, but not anything substantial. I wouldn't take him against a Valoran on a land. I wouldn't take him against a Kronos on a land. I wouldn't take him against a Minotaur on a land. But a ranged troop type thing, sure. But anything can beat a ranged troop defense on a land.
Not until they have an X skill Horde Titan are they going to be used on offense.
They almost have an X skill for. The X skill is going to be double that, actually. It's going to be 360, but now that at least it's 140 something for the damage, and it was 93% for the health. So they essentially doubled what the percentages were, which is nice, but I don't see it as being anything that you'd want to use.
So
Terror spells are still dope, man. And if you're doing ping pong, and bloop, 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 you just delete troops with those things. It's crazy.
Yeah, they weren't just making them run away; they were dying too.
Yeah, well, it's both. It's if when you drop it on a troop, a battalion unit, it's gonna delete them if it has enough power, and whatever it doesn't delete, they will run away. And then any troop or titan that runs into that terror spell after that, they won't take damage, but they will, have what we know as a terror spell, where they're gonna just, get directed elsewhere.
Yeah, that's what it was doing when I was using it before for the Anubis. Kool-Aid said, that is my thing. New 5-star Guardian Relic is epic, but Resistance Minotaur build still seems to be the way to go.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good thing for now, and they're eventually going to make some attacker or something that's just going to be able to crap all over that Minotaur defense.
Eventually.
Yeah, just like Valorn was amazing, and you actually needed to find the hole in the resist to really be successful, and now we're past that, where we don't care what their resist is, because we have Titans out there that just take a dump on it. And it'll be the same for Minotaur. That's going to happen. Just give it time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's max poison resist, health and armor. Just bring in Artemis, and it's going to be a guaranteed win.
Yeah. And it'll get worse, when they have their Imperial Summoner, which I'm sure we're going to get eventually. That thing is just going to wreck house. So
Shy said I did the right thing. Talk said I should use my Colt 45. And then Running Straight said, bah, ha, ha. He said Colt 45. Is that a real gun? Colt 45? And then Running Straight said,
Yes.
2 zigzags. It is? Is it a pistol? What kind of gun is it?
Yeah, it's a handgun.
Like a handgun, okay. Though we can't have that.
Well, okay, so
You need like a special permit for that. Like I could get, very, very hard in New York.
Or you could just move down here with us, and they issue you an AR when you move here.
I would like a cute little pink, like handgun that I could put in my purse.
that's going to go well.
So I talked to Jim about this a couple of days ago, so let me get you guys' opinion about this. And, Drone, we know what your opinion is about the hacking and the boycott events, and how it's not going to be an effective statement, to developers, because people are still spending money. But what do you think about this? So back in the Kronos event, people were spending stupid amounts of money for top 10. I was definitely one of them. And once they, got rid of the hackers, there was a team that was outside of top 10 that got pushed up to top 10. So they got their Kronos from the event. They got the Kronos for being, rightfully in the top 10 rank. And then that promotion gave them a third Kronos for,
What?
Yeah, there was a team
that... Say that again?
What?
Yeah, there was a team that was not in top 10 because of the hackers, and once they dealt with the whole, shebang with getting rid of the hackers and getting rid of...
Let him speak.
Wait, for this Kronos event?
Let him speak.
Yeah, so a team was not in top 10. They got rid of the hacking team and those souls affiliated with those hackers. So this one team got pushed up to top 10. So they got the Kronos from the event that they finished. They got the Kronos for getting in top 10, which is where they should have been placed, rightfully so. And then Natural Motion give them a third Kronos because of, basically, I guess, the inconvenience.
So that's not fair.
Wow.
And the reason it's not fair is because all the other people didn't get the next reward up.
Exactly. So what,
So who came in 10th didn't get 9, and 8 didn't get 7. I'm just saying, 4 didn't get the third.
Well, what should have happened is, if rank 10 got 2 extra Kronos for the event, then what about rank 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? They all should have received an extra bonus Kronos. It's like all of a sudden hitting rank 10 was the most profitable position in the entire event.
Well, they hit rank 11, and then they removed a hacker
Well, it
team.
would have been 10, had they had any sort of response
I
time
disagree
on
with
their
how they
hacking.
do things like that. They need to have some sort of a set system that is fair and moral, and like I don't know. It's very shady, like the way that they, oh, you can have a reward for this, but we'll reward you for that, but we won't do this, but we will do that. Like, it doesn't seem right to me how they do stuff. Don't you think?
Yeah, so it's always been that way. I mean, just even with VIP as compared to regular players, the deals that they were offering VIPs that are VIPs for no reason and has nothing to do with spending, because I've spent stupid amounts of money on this game and I'm not a VIP.
You spent what?
Oh, please, Dina.
It's D. It's D.
Just so it's the whole game has always just been random. I mean, Jesus Christ. There was a point in time when your Portal Stone refresh rate was random.
So Pharaonic says, so it's a money boycott rather than an event boycott. Correct. Shy said guns make you feel safer, but actually you are in more danger to get a dog.
Or you could get a dog and a gun and train your dog how to use the gun.
Yeah. Pharaonic is calling you soapbox drum. Kool-Aid said, is anyone pissed about hacking should be angry. The second Chronos was top 10 only. That is the dev's fault, not the hackers. Hey, Rockslide. The brain says, should you shave your butt crack before or after your girlfriend starts complaining about it? Ask a friend. Asking for a friend.
Well, if she's complaining, it's already too late. The secret's out of the bag.
One winged angel Sephiroth says the password is butterscotch. Oh, I know what that means. Shy says slow and steady wins the race. Slugs. The brain says a team will boycott and another will take its place for sure, but it will be replaced at a much lower soul count ultimately. Pharaonic says Anubis is great for Castle 16. A lotto, the usual top 50 teams are still in top 50. That's where most finisher teams are anyway.
Yeah. A lot of the top 5 teams, I mean, you still got Beta Souls in there. You still got ERU in there. I mean, nothing's changed.
No. Shy says, has anyone gone through their Titans and seen if they have any Titans that will become interesting when they change damage to Titans? I have a Thorhild that will be quintuple Stormmeat and damage.
My Italis has a damage against Titan skill, and it is still the same.
Yeah, they haven't changed these yet.
I got you, Sephiroth. Right now. He wants, I'm not going to tell you, but you're going to see.
You know, you say that you think the boycott has worked fine, Pharaonic, but I don't think the boycott worked at all.
No.
Because this was never going to be a big money event. And the
Right.
same teams that are in the top 5 are in the top 5 now. I mean, with the exception that we've snuck in there. That's the only difference. But, you still got Beta Souls in there. You still got Events R Us in there. I mean, nothing has changed.
No, really, nothing's changed.
You know, it's honestly the whole sentiment of it only affects the sheep that are just willing to follow. Like,
And they pick 'em-
F
they
this
pick
game.
'em-
If you just
I'm not doing
boycott
anything.
for 3 days, I mean, that's not going to make an impactful change. That's going to change, a law or a social status or anything like that. It's going to be, long term and, community wide, coming together and doing the exact same thing despite, not getting rewards or getting rewards.
Well, they're also
Doing it
picking
for
a
one
event.
weekend event on a crap Titan is not going to change
Right,
anything.
they're not going to boycott a significant event like they
here's the
should
thing,
be.
they haven't offered a gem deal in a while, and this event they offered a gem deal. I guarantee you, these players that decided they weren't doing the event, majority of them probably purchased these gem deals. So it's like, I don't think Natural Motion lost any money. I'm pretty sure it's just business as usual with just a whinier crowd of players.
All right, one-winged angel Sephiroth, you're good to go. Butterscotch. People only spent half as much this time. They lost about 150K compared to what a typical event was.
Yeah, but events that aren't good, they never have really high soul counts, and this is one of those things where it's like, no, man, this is not a meta Titan for sure.
Project Butterscotch.
What is that?
Project Butterscotch is a special project that we're working on, me and Yeah, King Josh says, I don't care what the players think. Running Street says, in my opinion, I think everyone below the top 10 in this last Chronos event should be given the next reward up and another Chronos. My team itself have been dealing with a team that has 5 different alliances in the same server at the same time. Brownick says,
yeah, it's like rank 11 got a double reward for inconvenience. Well, what about everybody else in the game?
and they weren't given the rewards that they should have gotten.
You
Like
know.
the 4th team should have gotten a third, whatever the third reward was. Was it a 30 or 20?
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's not a balanced resolution.
No, and they don't ever balance.
And guess what?
things.
You know, whatever that team was that was rank 11, they got an Azul, I guarantee you. Then they got a Chronos for being made up. And then they're like, you know what? Why don't you just have an additional
Another
Chronos?
Chronos.
So it's like, what the hell? These people made out better than the first place team.
Yeah, I mean, League of Gods got, rank 5, and it's still the same level 20 Chronos. So I mean, nothing changed for those top 10 teams except that one that got pushed
4
up.
and 5 get the same.
Yeah, and they got an Azul from the reward from the season because they were 11. Then they got Chronos for compensation, and then for whatever reason you're saying they just gave them another Chronos.
That doesn't make sense.
It's like just this company's retarded, man.
I don't know if that is that really true.
I mean, I have seen screenshots from a player of that team that got, and if you can, from the screenshots, look at the different levels of these assists that they all got, and yeah, you can see that they were given a third one as compensation.
Veronica says, I think there would have been more spent without the boycott. I would have expected 500K for top 50 regardless of the Titan. Shy says, you have to give something up to boycott. We would have to not log in for a season to really boycott. That would be a sacrifice.
If you look at top place here, man, it's 600,000 right now. And there's still a whole other day left.
What does 50 look like?
I think he is 200,000.
That's nothing. That's peanuts.
Yeah, I wouldn't see this Titan being. It's not a big.
No, but it would be a 400,000 top 50 reward.
Would it?
Yeah, I would say.
I don't know.
The brain says, so they don't really care to do it right. Takes too long. Not cost effective for them. Rather just take that black eye than spend the time to do it right.
Yeah. I mean, the addition of an extra Chronos on top of what they've already received that's just.
And I don't think they
That's just
purposely did it.
stupidity
I think
out
they're
of it. Of
just
course
trying to
they-
make people happy, but they need to look at it from our perspective.
Well, why would those people be upset if they got the reward plus they got a free 4-star already?
I don't know. I don't know why the devs do what they do, but I would really like them to spell it out for me. Like, what do I have to do to get special treatment like that? Like, I don't. It just seems weird, don't you think? There's no consistency.
I mean, me and some other people have sent messages to customer support about that situation, and what is the date today? The 29th? 27th? Yeah. Hey, work's been nuts. I haven't been getting sleep. But I sent a message back on the 24th and did not get a response whatsoever for 2 days later. And then the message that I did get back was, the whole cookie cutter, we're sorry, we're experiencing a higher volume than expected of messages, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, we'll just see what they say on Monday.
That's the other thing.
That's like the FU button on the iPhone.
Don't run events on the weekend if you're not going to hire a couple people to, like, watch stuff. Don't you think?
Yeah, that should be an issue for sure. I mean, granted, I know it's not the most popular game out there in the world, like Fortnite, Minecraft, all those other, stupid money revenue earning games, so they're a little bit limited. But yeah, you shouldn't be doing these things where people are spending their money and they got, some investments involved, and, you can't, they don't have a system set up to where they can detect these, hackers early on enough, to where they're scrambling for 1 hour, in the last minute to try to rectify the ranks, and they, sometimes they so, I mean, yeah, it would be helpful if they had more support and help, for these events that they run on the weekends.
I agree.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, this is my perception, but it doesn't seem like we have this many issues on these, early week events that they run through a.
Well, they don't work on the weekends. That's the problem. They just they turn the event on Thursday, and then Friday afternoon they just go home. And this is not their life. It's just a bunch of people that work at a job, and whatever
hire a couple people to
whatever job you work at. I'm pretty sure when the weekend hits, you're not thinking about it. Unless you work on the weekend. So
yeah, but they could even just have
Monday
interns
morning, you
do
got
it.
somebody come in. It's probably like first thing Monday morning. They just half-ass don't really care, just trying to get through the day, doing as little as possible, and that's why we end up with these results.
So we have 23 people watching, and we have 13 likes. I was going to do some DG polls, but it doesn't really seem like they want me to because I don't have very many likes, so we're not going to.
Well, even at best, you'd have 23 likes, so that's.
Yeah, but
not very
I don't
impressive.
have that many. So what do you think I would need to do anything?
You don't have to do anything at all.
I want 50 likes.
We could do this thing in privately.
Yeah, we could do this privately if you guys don't want to see it. Do you guys want to see it? Oh, we just got another like. 14.
Hold on, let me log out of my battle and I'll go hit that like.
It's because we don't have black gold. Saying peanut butter.
Oh, is that what it is?
Because everybody hates the
Peanut
game this week, is what
butter.
it is.
Peanut butter. So the Pharaonic said that is what I said. Events should start a day later and end a day later. I don't think they want to work.
Yeah, no, man, the day later, that's not going to work either. And the reason being is it was...
Oh, I have 18 likes.
You've been around for a while, and teams build their roster a lot of times based on events. And when an event ends on Tuesday or whatnot, it throws off the season change
they could start the
of
season
moving
on
of
Tuesday,
players.
then.
Well, they're not going to do that.
They would have to.
So that's the problem with that, and the reason why they've made it end on Monday is because the community was vocal for a period of time that we wanted events to end with season change, so it didn't throw off
It messes up my
players
rosters.
moving and stuff like that. So
what if they just change the schedule for a season? I mean, what if it starts and ends on Tuesday instead of Monday?
I don't know, man. Whatever. No, I guess they could, but who knows?
Well, we have 19 likes. The brain said, "Don't pull D. We don't deserve it because then you'll blame us for getting all 3 stars."
Yeah, she'll probably blame me.
Shai said, "If the devs make the disinvites to having a hacker in the alliance steep enough, the leaders will self-police if they are aware of their salt." What is he saying? That we will purposely be rank 11 so that we could get something extra?
I don't think that's what he's saying.
He's saying, if the devs make the disinvites to having a hacker in the alliance steep enough, the leaders will self-police if they are worth their salt. Oh, like the leaders will... I suppose. You can't disinvite somebody if you invited somebody to your alliance. You can't uninvite them. But it'd be cool if you could.
We already do police ourselves as much as we can. We can make educated guesses, from a player perspective about whether someone's a hacker or not, but
Right.
we don't have the tools to look at it as deeply as they do. So
Right, we can
Yeah,
make a
I mean,
suggestion and say this looks weird, but I wouldn't allow somebody on my team that looked weird.
Yeah, but the latest issue is the fact that this particular hacking alliance was reported on Friday morning, and nothing was done at all
Shai
on Friday.
said
Nothing was done over
if
the
you
weekend.
got word of a
nothing
hacker-
was done over the weekend, and it allowed it to make it to event end.
Shai said, D, if you got word of a hacker in an NTG alliance, how fast would you kick them? Bo was laughing because he knows really, before Bo noticed they were a hacker, they'd be out. They'd be gone.
We had a long-term NTG player that turned into a hacker, and
we don't know
he was kicked. What do you mean we don't know?
We don't know.
Yeah, we do know.
We know it for a fact. He admitted it, and the screenshots that he posted of having millions of divine gems and millions
That
of gems.
was actually on me. That was a big event, right? And it was Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, right before the event. It was the last day of the event, and we were very close to being not out of top 50. And I think kicking him actually pushed us out of top 50. And you and I were... Jim, I think you were involved in this too. We were all like, oh my God, what do we do? And in the end, the decision was...
That's what we do.
We had to do the right thing. Right. And we kicked him, and we knocked ourselves out of top 50 because we kicked him because it was the wrong thing to do to house a hacker, even though we didn't know about it. And we ended up pushing back, and we got it back in top 50. But not all teams do that. Not all teams are like morally sound, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that everyone would make that decision.
His name rhymed with Schmersela.
Friendly says, yeah, we know who it was.
But you know what? That's okay, though, D, because even if everybody else doesn't play the game like that, we did the right.
Right. You're right. We did the right thing.
Yeah, and you're still able to get top 50. And I remember.
Yeah, I mean, we all had to push a little extra, pull a couple more relics, but we got it back.
Right. We got it back. Extinction said do one pull, be lucky. Veronica said that's the point, John, and messes up people jumping. And Kool-Aid said peanut butter chocolate cake and Kool-Aid, not sure that is going to bring good luck.
Well, do a poll. Let's see. Let's see what
We
you
only
got.
have 19 likes.
Yeah, whatever. They don't like us.
I need 20 likes to do one poll. But that's the problem. I'm going to do one poll, and then I'm going to do another poll, and then I'm going to do another poll.
Well, if you want, just... never mind.
What?
That's a dumb idea.
That's okay. We've heard you have dumb ideas before.
I know, that's why I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I kind of want to know what the dumb idea was. Are you going to tell us?
Nah.
Please?
No.
No?
No.
Alright, we have 20 likes. Veronica said you can jump in and hack in less than an hour, I suspect. Hard to stop that. Yeah, but you would need an invite. Right? You can't just...
Well, unless one of these alliances are an open alliance where anyone can join freely.
Right, and we're not. The brain said it's like I keep saying, it's not Natural Motion's fault, it's the player's fault. They're the ones hacking, it's the players that keep spending, it's the players that keep letting Natural Motion screw us prison style.
Yeah, man. In the Kronos event, these top spending teams knew on Friday morning that there was hacking in the top of the leaderboard, and they've made decision they were going to outspend the hackers.
I would have just quit right then and there.
I have no sympathy. No sympathy for whatever you decided to do.
All right, so we've been streaming for an hour. We are in the second hour. I'm starting to get tired. How are you doing?
Tired.
Tired, right? Yep, he's fading. Alright, we'll just go a little bit longer. How are you guys doing? You're quiet.
I'm doing good, just battling mindlessly.
Alright, so Extinction said, so now rank 25 is Archangel Log, and we are, what? 20, Talk says 20 likes, time to pull DG.
Stop hitting me.
I'm
what?
showing you something.
Well, you don't need to show me anything. What? I'm not reading that. I don't care.
The brain says, pull it, D, pull it hard. All right, let me just finish this battle. All right, we have 21 watching, 20 likes. We're going to do some polls, and then we're going to call it a night. Frantic says, you mean one of Log's bazillion allies. All right. Well, they have to have allies because all the teams running against them have allies, so they don't really have a choice. Right? I lost. I'm losing drum.
What? I'm right here.
All right, we're going to poll.
Just do some polls and let's call it a night. I'm bored.
All right, what are we doing? We're pulling 500. Ready?
Now what are you going to do?
1. What do we want?
A 5-star Guardian Relic. Let's continue.
I'm waiting for it to show up on the
It's
screen.
going to show up, and you not pressing continue doesn't mean it's going to show. Not show up.
And we got a 4-star Titan Juice. It's better than the 3-star Titan Juice. The brain said, don't you hate it when someone steals your debit card info and uses it? Good thing there is a daily limit. Else these heathens would have cleaned me out. Wow. Can't you turn it off? And I guess you can't get the money back, huh? If it's a debit card, that sucks. All right, should we pull one more? 4-star.
Up to you.
I don't want to. I got a 4-star XP
Go
relic.
ahead. Pull it. Let's see what you get.
One more?
That's it.
I have to go to the bathroom. Yay.
Yeah. God, it's garbage. Probably should stop now.
Drum, you should work your magic and do the pulls 4D.
Oh man, my pull's been atrocious. I have no magic anymore. There is nothing going on in these fingers. I've been pulled a 4-star Titan from the temple, and God only knows how long. I haven't pulled a 4-star relic event in probably over a year.
All right, we got a 3-star Hugin. I'm gonna pull.
My divine gem pulls have been atrocious.
I'm gonna pull a couple more.
Why?
Should I just stop?
No, go ahead. Keep going. Who cares?
Do what Drum said. Do like 3 pulls with the 500, and then do a 5K pull.
I mean, if you plan
I'm not
on
gonna
just
do a
burning
5K
all
pull.
your
No.
Well,
stuff.
but you gotta realize that next week. So the devs did say that they're changing the percentages of pulling the new 5-stars compared to the old ones.
To higher, or?
Just do a 5K. Let's see what you
No,
get.
I don't want to do a 5K.
Why? What difference does it make? It's going to be a 5-star.
We'll save that for another stream. I'm good.
I'm just saying, if you're going to pull that Guardian one with a 5K pull, this weekend would be the time to do it.
Look at the garbage that we're getting here.
Ice Gauntlets, 3-star.
Jesus Christ.
Crap on top of crap.
You wouldn't even level that if you got it from an event.
Veronica said that's bad, like what I got.
Yeah.
Extinction said pull them all. Extinction said if Legends is to go out of demotion, we have to raid a log team.
No, you don't. There's plenty of alliances that are not.
Let's not talk about our private alliance stuff in a public YouTube stream, please.
Hit rank 24. Hit rank 23. And Legends is... They have a lot to go to get out of the demotion, man. I don't know what the heck they're planning on doing.
Alright, we're going to do 3 more battles and then go to sleep. So, I did 3 pulls, and they were all meh. I don't mind the 4-star XP juice one. That one's not too bad, but, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think the 500 DG pulls are what they used to be. I mean, I used to be all about them. Remember? And I would pull 5 stars, and then I would make you pull 5, do pulls, and you wouldn't get any.
Well, if you want the Guardian one, now's the weekend to do the 5K.
So tell us why the weekend. Tell us why it's the weekend.
Because they said on the live stream that this week that the odds are in favor of the newer relics rather than the other ones.
Okay, so we can do that. We don't have to do that on stream.
Why wouldn't you?
All right.
If you're gonna do it, people want to see it.
Oh Jesus. All right, 2 more battles. Extinction says pull them all. Gary Levinstone says hi guys. Hello.
I mean, this is just what I do, but if I pull 3 times, I don't get anything good, I just either stop, or if you got the opportunity to do a guarantee, I would do a guarantee.
Did you pull any?
I told you I pulled twice, and I got the the first one.
79.
What did you say, Doom?
I told you earlier I pulled twice, and I got an Earthshaker on the first one.
You pulled 2 5Ks?
Oh, no, not 5Ks.
Oh, 500? And you got an Earthshaker?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I just pulled 3 500s and I got meh.
Garbage.
Garbage on top of garbage. Alright, last battle. Gary says I got Swen 1 on 5th pull. What is he saying? I got Sven 1 on 5th pull.
Maybe the name of the new flag.
Oh, is that what the name of the new...
The names of the new relics are so stupid. I guess they're not stupid to somebody that speaks that language, but living in America, seeing this... I can't even pronounce this crap. What terrible names these things have. I don't even know what they're called. Like, it made sense. Earthshaker, Stormbringer, these things make sense. But this new junk, like, Jesus Christ. I know they're good relics,
Kool-Aid said, like I said, 5K is
names.
where it's at now. If you're going to do the 5K now, is the time for the new Guardian one.
Let's go.
Alright,
5K.
guys, 5K. Can we get 2 more likes?
What difference does it make?
There's 22 people watching.
I already hit the like, so I can't do it again. Jerome, you need to log in on your phone and hit the like.
I'm going. Drop a like right now. Oh, someone is 21.
Can we get 2 more likes?
Yep. There we go. Bam.
That's cheating.
Isn't he so sweet?
Yeah. That's cheating.
Oh, I see 22 likes now.
That's because you just gave me a like. Alright, guys. So we're going to do a 5K.
Oh, it's 23 likes. That's somebody else,
Woo! Yeah.
It's an official 22. Let's go. 5K.
All right. Can you do it? Because I'm nauseous.
No, just do it.
I can't.
Just do it. I would never spend 5,000 divine gems at once, but you can do it.
Why can I do it?
Because you're going to love it.
Can you just press the button?
Just do it. I'd rather do 10 polls and take my chances.
Do you think I should just do 10 more?
No. Do whatever you want.
I do 10. I don't do 5,000 divine. I don't do the pulls 5,000. If I would get that Guardian or one of the ones I already have.
Entirely up to you.
5K, guys, or 500?
Let's do one more 500 to see what happens.
All right, one more 500. As he leans in close to see.
Oh my God! Just battle drops, man. I thought they said they didn't put battle drops in this altar. Jesus Christ!
They said they were taking them out.
Yeah, well, the horde battle drops are still in the altar.
Yeah, I got a 3-star shadow. What was it? A shadow belt or
Shadow
something?
crap.
Shadow bow.
Ugh.
All right. So a 5K or
It's up to you. What do you feel? You want to
I'm
do
at-
10 polls or you want to do 1 poll?
I'm at 6,145 right now.
You want to do 10 polls or you want to do 1 poll?
I would prefer to do 10 polls, but what if I do 10 polls? I've already done 4 and I've got nothing.
Okay, so what? You might win big. If you get 1 5-star
It's better.
out of 10 polls, it's better because you get all that extra junk. Even if it's all 3 stars, it's still fusion. But if you get
Hawk
no
says
5 stars,
10 500s.
let's do it.
2 more 500s, then a 5K.
Let's pull another 500. Let's pull another 500. Just see.
Oh my god, I
Maybe you're gonna
hate
win
you
big.
all.
500.
500. She pulled it. Oh, it's nothing great
It's
though,
nothing
right?
great. It's
I mean, it's not bad, but it's a 5-star.
the Earth Shaker.
Hey, that's a good relic. I like it.
Yeah, but that's not. What's the new one called?
Press continue for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, keep going.
I have no idea what the new one's called. It's like Sven und
What's the new 5-star Guardian relic called?
Who the hell knows?
Monaco's money was shooting.
The names are retarded. So
All right, so I
who the
got an
hell
Earth
knows?
Shaker. That was my 5th 500 pull.
Okay. So you've already out of 2,500 you pulled a 5-star. That's double the odds.
Yeah, I just made out.
What are we doing?
We're gonna call it a night.
Let's go one more.
Call it a night.
One more.
Yeah.
Go, pull it.
All right, one more 500, and then I'm done.
She's going nuts.
You're making me go nuts.
You're about to get the Guardian 5-star.
Am I?
No, you're not. Yeah, so it seems like 4-star relics are just as rare as 5-star relics.
Yeah, I'm getting all 3 stars.
The weight seems to be like 90% 3-star and just 3-star crap relics.
I got
I'm
all
gonna
3
be-
stars.
I haven't heard of anyone getting a 4-star relic, to be honest.
I got a 4-star XP relic. What is? Did I do 7
yeah,
now?
yeah. I mean, I got 4-star XP relics too, and then
That does-
3-star garbage.
I got all 3 stars, a 4-star XP, and a 5-star out of 7 pulls.
And the horde relics are battle drops, so that's bad. That's bad news, man.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We have 23 people watching, 23 likes. We've got a new subscriber, Michael Erdman. Thank you, Michael. We've got D and Derm. We've got Doom and Jim, and Bo was with us earlier. And thank you, all of you. BMT. And thank you, all of you in the chats. Happy Saturday. What do they say? See you on the battlefield.
Yes,
And,
that is what they say.
Everyone, have a good night. Thank you.
Later.
Bye.